So Anna Valens is still posting like nothing has happened.
Of course. These people are delusional. But this is Kirsche. She posted this morning and said, "Hey, Vice, like some kind of secret middle of the night ballot drop, I left a little something for you. I made sure it's on par with your company's journalistic quality, so you'll take it seriously." And is this Kirsche?
That's not.
Oh,
that
okay.
is not. That is a person who dressed up in cosplay to do this for her.
Okay.
I don't know who it is. I don't know if they say.
Probably one of her friends. I wonder if she's holding the camera, maybe. But
well, so Kirsche is from Boston, like us.
Oh, good point. So she wouldn't drive to New York.
This is New York. Yeah, unless she drove. I mean, it's only 6 hours. It could happen. So, but
I don't think she would have driven that. Yeah,
that would have been pretty awesome, though. But yeah, she's pretty busy.
I didn't. You're in the Boston area too. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's right. That's where I live.
Oh, dude, I gotta grab a beer with you next time I come visit my parents.
Well, they come at the same time because I don't live there anymore.
Oh, gotcha. Fair enough.
Christmas, if you're there, hey, I am too.
Yeah, sometimes. Anyways, so this is the video post. It's 9 seconds. Let's just check it real quick here.
Manya.
So right at the very end, they zoom in and cut it. But that is attention, Kevin Lee Karras, Vice Media, and it's the address. And I heard
that's where they are.
I heard Hypno talking about this. He's like, "Of course it's Brooklyn. Like,
dude,
all these people
right?
in Brooklyn are broken people. Like, what
it's great. They all just collect in the sewers of Brooklyn and just make fake journalist sites.
Is it something in the water? Like, is there like a higher level of calcium or something?
It's a fluoride. They just keep pumping it in the water. It's just frying their brains.
So apparently this Google Drive that they linked here, this was what was in that envelope. And we'll go through this. Have you, I'm assuming, saw this, right?
Yes. In fact, I saw it after I did my video because I didn't realize she linked the Google Doc. I saw the video. I just opened the video and I was like, damn it, I could have gone over this. But the video is like 18 minutes, so probably better that I didn't. So
Good point.
Just
well, this says, why is Vice's Waypoint pushing for a 2018 style cancel culture for VTubing? Or an open letter from Kirsche Verstahl. Hey, Vice, what? I'm Kirsche. Imagine just writing this to like a corporation and putting it on the door, which, by the way, real quick, what is with this paint job back alley, like broken? It looks like it's like underground sewer. Like, what even is this? The sign that's pasted over the "Do Not Enter" 49 South 2nd Street. What even is this?
The whole porch is a disaster. There's like a freaking like a little riser over there. Like, that's broken and not painted. Like, what is this place? Vice has no money. Who takes care of this? Where's the caretakers?
Right? I think that's like an electrical outlet box over there too, at the very bottom. Which
this is where you walk in every day. They don't go to work though. They work from home. I don't know how they even got this letter.
Good point. She says, I'm Kirsche Verstahl. I'm a VTuber, which means I stream with a digital avatar that looks like this.
Dude, this whole letter is just taking your schmenzer and just wow. I'm like,
you know what's so perfect about it? And she really nails it is she talks to them like they're in preschool because you have to break it down like they're rated, or otherwise
they have to understand it.
Right. Yeah. Because as we've seen, they are it.
Yes.
You can catch me on my stream on Twitch or YouTube. I play games, watch memes, share my thoughts on news. You know what streamers do, which, by the way, I don't know how long or how far you go back with Kirsche, but I've known of her for a couple of years now.
Oh, wow.
All the way back with the Microsoft Bridge stuff, which is when I first got introduced to her. Chatted with her a couple times, and I mean, I've even like rated her stream. She's good people. I've never gotten any vibes from her where I'm like, oh, she's awesome. I've always had hold her in very high regard on the platform. So when this started happening to her, I was like, I mean, I might not be the tightest with her, but I'm like, whoa, what are we doing here? What?
Yeah, you know something's wrong. It's like, this doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. Especially when you pair it with what's happening to me right now and being
Right.
sued by a former Kotaku journalist.
Well,
I
yeah,
take issue with these people.
you could have put an end to that. You could have squashed. You should have sent an uwu freaking lawyer letter like this and just been like,
Right?
"Hey, why are you suing me, uwu?" And then it'd just be over. Like, what
Well,
were you
well,
thinking?
the difference here is she's not saying why you suing me. She's saying, don't make me sue
Yeah,
you.
don't make me sue you. Oh, you should have just done that first. Damn. Gotta cut it off at the pass.
Right, right. Said, I basically just tangent on whatever I find interesting, and my honorable chatters affectionately call me a whiplash streamer. I have over 9,000 browser tabs and 184,000 fans across YouTube, Twitch, and X. Yay, Corsches. So first off, this is a banger letter because it also serves a second dual purpose of advertising her to everyone who's getting introduced to her right now. And she is handling this so perfectly. It's almost like she has a PR team that's behind her being like, okay, do this, because this is all perfect. Like,
it is so good. This whole letter is so good.
Also, I'm not a Nazi. They walk funny, did too much meth, and didn't like to laugh. And they probably would hate me and most of my friends. So how come you keep calling me one?
Fair question.
Great
Very
question.
fair. The fact that a place could print something like that and the editor's like, yeah, leave it in, that is absolutely wild.
Well, I would argue it's not the editor says leave it in.
Yeah.
I think that these outlets, especially Vice, alongside Kotaku, the Gamer, PC Gamer, you go down the list, they have been cut to the bone with workers, and the workers are just, it's almost like the people that they've hired at all these organizations just, they don't have a passion for what they're working on. They are activists trying to push their own agenda, and there is no how do you say, editor / police force at the company to reel these people in if they start going out of bounds with stuff.
Yeah.
And maybe that's a dynamic of clickbait, the world we live in, where it's like, yeah, it's kind of encouraged to just bring in wild people to say crazy shit, and you never know what's going to catch on. Vice used to be known for honest, real stuff, kind of like what Gawker aspired to be before. You know, it decided to step into the ring, brother. Nice little.
That's so good.
Nice nod there. You did a whole issue dedicated to people who are mentally ill. You sent Dennis Rodman to North Korea. You even used to call out the mainstream media for not getting YouTube. Wow. In any event, so you can tell Kirsche did her research here.
Yeah, for sure.
In any event, starting about a month ago, Waypoint, which is one of your ... verticals, a quasi.
Yeah, what is Waypoint? You know what Waypoint is?
I have no idea.
I don't know what the hell this thing is. I see.
I don't think she even knows. She's like one of your ...
Yeah, like,
yeah,
what is this stupid thing?
A quasi-independent outlet? A failed gaming news site that you're trying to revive? Something most people don't even know exists? Either way, it started publishing articles about me saying I'm a bigot, a Nazi simp, that I'm responsible for all sorts of online harassment.
So this is something that Kirsche talks about, like the Ouroboros, right? Where it's, which anyone who doesn't know what that is, it's a circular situation that never ends. Where someone will write something, source by, and it's this loop that just, they loop these sources that are just built out of thin air. You see this a lot in mainstream media, and they do the same thing here. And she's stuck in this because they just all start sourcing each other, and it's all based on hearsay nonsense.
Well, that's actually, before you joined, you might have heard me talk about what they were doing with Yasuke, calling him a samurai. And it's like, now it's just turned into that, where now they just source saying he's a samurai. It's like, wait, no.
Yeah, Ouroboros, yeah, circular snake, but in this situation, that's how it's used. Yeah, but yeah, when you actually said that, I was thinking, well, this is what they do. They create this never-ending.
Well, it was also another thing that when Jeff Grubb stole Grum's in my story, and then they used him as the source, and then everyone started sourcing Eurogamer and then referencing Grubb as the source. It's like, oh, so they all just circle jerk each other to get these. Oh, you got wine
smash, by the way.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
I always bring it.
Appreciate you. In any event, go through all this, okay, that I'm responsible for all this online harassment. It's completely untrue, of course, but also, why me? And why now? I am an anime foxwoman. What could a once respectable news org want with me? Is this 2018 all over again? Is Vice the PC police for VTubers? So again, Vice, what the fuck? Okay, let me break it down.
And the hearts. And she breaks up with the hearts. Like, this whole letter's fucking perfect, bro. I love this letter.
Well, she comes across as like someone that's like, hey, I'm willing to chat and talk to you. I don't know why you hate me so much. I feel like you got me wrong here, bro. Let me break it down. I know I've covered this in my past couple of streams, but Vice isn't a subscriber yet. Maybe if I tangent about their Colombian donking fucking video a few more times, they'll come around. Wait, what?
Dude, yeah, the stuff on Vice, like when I just went in like yesterday, today, and just looked at Vice, I was like, what is this place? This place is a trash dumpster fire. This Anna Valens writes smut articles for them, reviews porn. I guess they post porn because they posted a thing on about their they got kicked off of YouPorn, right? Or a Pornhub, one of the two, because of a community violation. What? Like, yeah, I'm not kidding.
Wow. She said, here's the headline from the first article you published about me. Why is this gamer subs VTuber publishing the great replacement theory? Meet Kirsche Verstahl. One of her fans is a bona fide Nazi. Wait, what?
Yeah.
One of her fans? That is the biggest reach in the history of reaching. Like one of her, she has what at this point she's grown a lot, but I think she has somewhere around 80,000 subscribers and rapidly growing. We're now apparently, according to Vice, every YouTuber is now accountable for every single action of every single person that decides to subscribe. Which, oh, by the way, what if someone wants to tear you down and subscribes to you and is an awful person?
Absolutely.
How do you control what they do?
Right, and then for them to like source that person, like when they do the death threats thing or whatever, I'm like, I don't know who these people. I don't know who that is.
Yep.
Right? You think Kirsche knows the people? Like, if you went, well, I guess you can't now, but the article, the original real hit piece, the one that blew up, they edited that article so the top of it was all the death threats that they've received because for some reason
that's like this. I've gotten this. Examples of harassment from Alyssa Mercante. And it just goes through a list. I'm not going to scroll through this because there's some really wild things on here. But I'm begging the question of what does any of this have to do with me? Like what the hell is this?
Yeah, can you find one of those? It's from Smash JT for me.
Yeah,
none.
Exactly. Which I would never ever do. That's not even even if I like was so angry at her. I'm like, that's just not in me to do that kind of stuff. So I'm like, why is she putting this examples of harassment that I've had to deal with as a direct result of Smash JT? It's like, how? How?
It's
because
all the dog whistling.
Takes?
It's all the dog whistling, Smash. Your dog whistling.
That old trope. Yeah. Not to brag or anything, but I have over 184,000 fans. You're accusing me of bigotry. Oh, yeah. I was just mentioning on YouTube. She has around 80,000.
Yeah, across things. Yeah.
And she's probably bigger on Twitch. You're accusing me of bigotry because one of my fans is a supposed Nazi. That's like saying McDonald's supports communism because Kim Jong-un likes Big Macs.
Now we know about McDonald's. I didn't know they supported communism, but apparently that's the case.
What a bagger. Wait, what's that?
I said, look how happy he is. Clearly, that's
right. Clearly, McDonald's is supporting communism. Rather than back up this outrageous accusation, the article starts by talking about ... my sponsor, GameSups.
Gee, wonder why.
However, GameSups is in hot water with many VTuber fans due to the behavior of one particular creator working with the company. Mythic talents Kirsche Verstahl, an anime fox girl with a knack for sharing alt-right talking points. This sounds like it was written by Alyssa Mercante.
Yeah, dude. And like the way it starts saying that they're in hot water. With who? with you right now as you're writing this, where's the hot water? Like, no one was talking about that. I saw something go by and people hammered somebody. And then this came up. So I almost feel like that was the plant post. This was a while back before this happened. And then this got written.
This is so easy to manufacture a story out of thin air.
Yes.
And destroy someone you don't like based off of the talking points. You can't do this to people. Like, the internet will not allow it, as we've seen. Like, X has come back roaring. She was trending on Twitter. I stand with Fox U and all that.
Oh, dude, it trended. Yeah, exactly. It trended, bro. That was reaching people. The fact that actually trended tells you that people were not.
Yeah, I never even trended. I never trended.
Oh, damn.
That's how you know this went viral.
Yeah.
My first time hearing about this supposed controversy. Literally, I've been sponsored by GamerSupps since September 2023. This is a tactic called manufacturing consensus, where activists claim everyone agrees with them to make their points seem legitimate. Note that this paragraph doesn't cite a single source. But also, it is true. I've never hidden my political leanings, and yet never heard of any controversy until this article started pretending there was one. I had a few weirdos on Twitter harassing me, but as an oppressed person of anime, I'm used to that kind of thing. And the sources cited in the article are anonymous posts on Reddit. Really? Even the people making the post claim they don't watch me and are repeating hearsay. So a Vice journalist is repeating hearsay from someone who is repeating hearsay? Really? What even is the story here? Headline of the second article Vice published about me. VTubing has an elephant in the room. Bigotry. Which, by the way, this is why modern day journalism is dead. Because for the longest time, people believed whatever they read for headlines. They don't do that anymore.
Yep. And my mom does. I still haven't got her straight, but my dad, he's like, the news, they can't trust. I'm like, good. Can you teach her, please?
I will say you're right on that. Like, older people are typically, I don't blame them either, because they've been trained to just trust the news their whole life. So they've never really woken up to, oh, wait, the people that write these articles are psychotic. And there is no, it feels like, at least, there's no hiring discretion. There's no process for an interview. It's
like
just,
there's no check or balance, nothing. Right. It's just,
it's almost like
needle way over to the left. And it's just,
well, it's not even that. It's almost like we just need someone to write an article for us, and we're barely going to pay you anything. And can you write cohesively? You have a job. Like, that's what it feels like, right? It doesn't even feel like there's a standard of journalistic integrity anymore, ever.
No.
Obviously, I think harassment is bad. I don't do it, and I tell all my fans not to do it. That's the same thing I do. Even though Alyssa's trying to say that I'm causing harassment for her, that's not how this works.
Yeah, I had someone trying to say how Kirsche needs to come out and say, don't do this, don't do this. I'm like, they do. She does all the time. All the time.
Well, not only she does all the time, but no, she doesn't need to do that.
No, exactly.
That is not the responsibility of a creator. Like, I would argue, like, if you're a creator like Hassan and you're like bringing on terrorists and you're talking about rhetoric and stuff like that, I feel like you're kind of implying a certain set of ideals that you would like to push on your audience. And if you stand against it, you should probably say something instead of just platforming them and being cool with it. But
watching Houthi musicals.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The suggestion made repeatedly in this article that I and my fans endorse harassment is totally false. In fact, fully half the tweets quoted in the article are from a person who goes by Nbinted or Bint, who has serial harassed me for months. Does Anna Valens mention this in her article? No. Do I have proof of this harassment, which I could have shared if Vice bothered to ask? Absolutely. Here's just a couple of examples. And they go through all these psycho tweets.
That person bounced too. That, like, as soon as this stuff got pulled down and they realized they're on the wrong side of history, they're like, I will speak for myself. It was like, whoop. I was like, wow.
Private, block, leave. Yep.
The dip.
But the article doesn't talk about this. Instead, the article, again, talks about my sponsor, GamerSupps, and tries to make it seem like there's some sort of controversy brewing. Earlier this week, independent VTuber Rin Penrose announced the end of her partnership with gaming supplement company GamerSubs. According to Penrose, her decision came due to their associations with creators whose views strongly conflict with my own, as well as a lack of communication from the company on this issue. Which, what?
That I saw happen. Yeah. I saw this happen. I was like, you just want attention. That was just someone who wanted attention.
Yep.
GamerSubs accepts everyone. They're one of those very open with creators type thing.
I wonder if GamerSubs doesn't want anything to do with this situation right now.
Of course, they shouldn't. They just be like, whatever, we're keeping them on. Like, they're not dropping anyone. Yep. They're not pulling a Rocky City, right?
Yep. Look, I love GamerSubs supports VTubers from every side of the political spectrum. That's one of the things that makes them such an amazing partner. That and their awesome supplements. And then crosses out, use code Kirsche for 10% off your GamerSubs orders, which I don't really understand the crossing this out thing.
I think it's a joke.
Because she says I love them and she's advertising them right now.
Yeah, and then she crossed it out like I didn't mean to put that in.
Yeah. Gotcha. That's actually pretty funny.
Remember, this document serves two purposes.
Like right. Yeah, I'm getting lost in the minutia of it. Now I take a step back and I see. I hope I continue to work with GamerSubs, but if this effort to cancel me is successful, I have to wonder, ... who's next?
Yeah.
Here's the third article Vice wrote about me, which at this point, you could start to claim that if they keep hitting the same point over and over again and there's nothing there, then that actually is legitimate harassment.
Like, they're just making up straw mans and trying to attack it and like putting around Kirsche.
Waypoint stands with Anna Valens. It's time to definitively stand on business and say that what's happening to Waypoint's own Anna Valens is utterly unacceptable by Dwayne Jenkins, one of their own. So they're just basically protecting themselves here, being like, we stand with what we said about this person.
Yeah. And so that's the one when I saw when they took down the hit pieces, they took down the We Stand with Anna Valens one. And I was like, well, that's not just a hit piece. It kind of is, but this one was you're standing with your writer, and they're like, no, we don't. That was amazing. They stood up and they sat down. It's like, good. Sit the fuck down.
I almost feel like Kirsche does still have, or I should say, would still have a case to sue them if there was any kind of what's that?
I said I think you're right.
No. I was actually going to say if there was a way to show damages. But I don't think
there's no damages.
I don't think there's any damages here. Beyond just the people that hate her just don't like her even more. But her channel has grown tremendously. She's getting far more attention now, and it seems to be the sentiment of the internet seems mostly positive with the rational people. So I think the only thing that she could really sue for is like personal detrimental harm to her own mental health with the situation or something like that. But I don't know.
Stuff,
I don't know about that. Again,
the sponsor loss, though. Yeah, good point. She did lose a sponsor because of it.
Oh, so that
could be something. I don't know how much she made off Rocky City.
Right. That's a good point, though. Again, I agree. Harassment is bad. No one should do it. I don't do it. I tell my fans not to do it. The article says everything she's going through. But I'll sum it up. Anna is being attacked for simply asking questions about certain areas of the VTubing community, which she's an active part of. You know what drives me insane is these fucking journalists thinks that they have this protective shield where they can shoot arrows at everyone and then cry, oh, I'm a journalist. You can't say anything back to me. That's not fair. Like, no. That's not how this world works.
Where have we seen this smash? I'm trying to think.
I can't put my finger on it, but I feel like I would know something about that. Just asking questions. Look, I read those articles pretty carefully. I don't see a lot of questions. Mostly a lot of statements based on Reddit threads and other anonymous sources. This seems very targeted at me. And why? I'm an anime fox girl, VTuber. Your Vice. What the fuck? Also, this happened in the article. The time for games is over.
This is something. This part's crazy.
That actually almost sounds like a threat.
Yeah, it is, dude.
Like, whoa, this escalated quickly. Is this ironically just totally dead? We are just still talking about VTubing, right? Anyway, not to be all you started it. but you literally started it. There was no controversy. No one, apart from a few anonymous internet trolls, Vice quotes in its articles, was butthurt about what I was doing or saying on my stream until you started writing articles calling me a Nazi. And now you're calling me a bully and saying it's time to start a war? This is 2018 style cancel culture all over again. Or is it VTubergate? Anyway, it's getting pretty tired. Someone says something you don't agree with, start saying they're controversial, name drop all the brands they work with, play the victim card, or rage tweet at them until their sponsors bail. This is the playbook used over and over again.
And those tweets, she didn't include the tweets from Anna Valens. She was tagging. Like, she kept tagging gamer subs, and she tagged the one that makes the dolls or whatever, like the stuffed animals. I forget the name of it, but she did both of them, and it kept happening. Clearly trying to get their attention, clearly trying to get her dropped. I mean, that was the goal, was to cut her off financially. U2s, yes, thank you, yeah. It was U2s.
Oh, she is U2s, okay.
Yes.
I always wanted one of those U2s.
Yeah, and what's funny is that the campaign had ended. I mean, it was already done. So they clearly, again, no research is done. Just seen U2s, and she was associated at some point. But I guess it was back October, November. The things are already, they're getting shipped out soon. It's already done. It's done.
They're not gonna throw them in the desert and pile them with ET cartridges.
Yeah, they're gonna go to the PopCap burial site and just dump them in there.
Anyways, final page. She says, anyway, if we're just asking questions, I have one. How come in the middle of all this, Anna Valens is asking people to buy her gifts on Throne? Surely this isn't just a big branding opportunity for someone who wants to become the definitive VTuber journo, right? Right? And a pondering picture of her.
Yeah,
I don't want to go to court. What's that?
I said I did see the Throne post, and they made sure to get up there while they were getting all that.
Oh, attention. Yeah. That reminds me of a certain buy my book creator.
What?
I don't want to go to court over this, but if you keep calling me a Nazi and keep calling for my sponsors to drop me, what else am I supposed to do? Seriously, Vice, is this what you want? You want to be the PC police for VTubers? On your front page right now, you have articles about crazy horny mud truckers and how cool it is to be a goth in Ukraine right now, which, yikes, what?
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, Vice, they just write shit. They just put shit out there. That
just sounds like it's like an AI bot that is just like, here's a crazy, put all these words together and then make an article about it.
Dude, it's crazy. It's just nuts. 10 things, dude, right now on the front page, 10 things I learned from working in a strip club by Joseph Zada. Okay? Number one, that's on the top. It's like the whole fucking page. Oh my God. They're talking about Kenny Sting. These amazing fan-made vinyl sleeves reveal the weird minds of music obsessed. What is this stuff?
What the hell? But my stream is too controversial? I'm asking nicely. Ooh woo.
I love the ooh woo.
That's amazing. Please take these articles down and stop pretending there's a controversy where there isn't. I promise if you do, I'll go back to streaming and you can go back to reporting on Berlin Sex Toy Expo or whatever it is you do now. Love, Kirsche. That might be one of the most well-written fuck you letters to a company I've ever read in my life.
It's so good, man. It just needs to get framed. Hopefully she does frame it.
Yep.
And it's like lines her background or just somewhere in her house. It's so good, man. And they did it. They took it down.
I should write a letter like this to Alyssa.
Right? This is better than the C&D because it just makes them feel like a child the whole time.
Oh, man. That's amazing. That's amazing.